Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress with Pixie Dust Tarot, and this is your daily dust for Thursday, August 4th. I was thinking February 4th, that's my dad's birthday. Alright, so, and also it's for any time that you stumble upon it. I'm using the Fairytale Tarot because it's so pretty. But not because it has anything to do with fairy tales, but it's just this edge. I mean, I don't know if I've gone into a new theme of the pretty edge decks. Maybe I have. Here we go. Let's see what you get. Things can only get better from here. Yesterday's message was kind of and yeah, for those of you who are like going through some difficult times, my heart goes out to you. You have every right to get upset. Okay, let's see what we got today. We have the 10 of Wands. Ooh, and the 9 of Wands. And the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's interesting. They weren't in order. So there you go. I love this. This is great. It's putting down the wands. I thought of a good wands image would be Pinocchio with his nose. His nose, he's a wooden boy and whatever. But I always think of themes and decks in my head sometimes, and I am about to create my own tarot deck, but I still have to finish my Lenormand, so I'm going to be working on that again. So with the 10 of Wands, we have burdens. We have somebody who has a lot of responsibility, somebody who feels like they're the only ones that can do this, and maybe it's important that you should learn how to delegate. Maybe it's you, maybe somebody else, but I feel like if you're having trouble delegating, now is a good time, unless of course you feel like you really truly feel like this is your mission, your goal, you have to push and get there. And like a marathon runner, let's say for instance, if you've been training for a marathon and you finally feel ready, and then you enter the marathon and you keep running and running and running, and you just know no matter what, even if you're dragging, crawling across the finish line, you have to finish. And so that's this kind of like a determination push, the final push. This also makes me think of labor and those kinds of things. This is a person who could have been wounded before. The wounded warrior is the 9 of Wands, and it could be like, oh, I've been through so much, I'm not going to give up now. So it's sheer determination, and this is a little bit of looking back and reflecting of every step that they've taken, every move they made, and I just heard that song in my head. And then finally, look, 8 of Pentacles is wonderful because 8 of Pentacles is skill and mastery and creativity. And even if you have setbacks, even if you feel like you're overwhelmed or there's just so much to do, this is saying you're going to be productive. Sometimes it feels like too much work to do, and other times you feel like, okay, I got a good rhythm now. I think I know where to pull back. I think I know who to delegate things to, and I'm going to focus on just this part because it's my favorite part, and I'm going to put my all into it. So it's a little bit of that. It's a little bit of fine-tuning your schedule and deciding where you're going to put your focus, and it looks like you figured it out. And that's what I see for you. Let me see if I can feel anything else. Yeah, definitely the 10 of Wands is I have to fix it myself energy. Money, you'll get there, but it's going to take a lot of effort, right? As far as for affection is concerned, love and affection, it's time to... Sometimes it's time to set down your wands. It's like you've put so much effort into it. If this other person's not giving back, it's time to set down your wands. Then the 9 of Wands is that realization. It's like looking at everything that you've done and realizing maybe I've put a little bit too much of my own effort into this, and I need to, you know, step back a little and assess and see what I need to do differently. But it is like the almost getting there. So in some cases, this could, you know, 9 comes before the 10. It's like seeing the finish line and saying, okay, I'm going to push forward into that. And then it's going across the finish line. Sometimes you're reflected everything that you've done, all the steps along the way, and you're like, whoa, I made it, you know, I did it. So, and when it comes to love, I would say it's something that, you know, you can reflect on and then start over or start anew or start with a different mindset. When it comes to work, though, I feel like definitely you've completed a major achievement, and also it's about fine-tuning some other areas in your work life. Definitely, because 8 of Pentacles to me represents wealthy and reaping rewards. You are going to get the money that and the finances that you're seeking. As far as affection and love, you're going to progress with your relationships and finally found somebody who you like, that likes you back, and that's willing to commit to you without any effort at all. You know, without you having to go through all these, jump through hoops and to get their attention, to get them to communicate, to get them to reciprocate. This is going to be a real easy transaction, you know, and I hate to use that word, but it really feels that way. It feels so like a simple process, nothing so arduous as what you've been through before. And yeah, I just feel like fortune favors the bold. If you've been focusing on things and putting all your effort into it, Spirit sees you, and they see all the effort that you've made so far. While you're sitting there assessing yourself, they're showering love upon you, and they're like, divine timing's at hand. It's time for you to reap your rewards. All right, so I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.
If you vibe, then subscribe.